Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and this is the second installment of my Spellbinders Club series that I do every month. And for this one, we are going to feature the Glimmer Club Kit of the Month for January 2021. And this is called Calligraphy Hearts. So you get 8 plates and 4 cutting dies when it comes to this kit. Now, what is also great, it does coordinate very well with the, I believe it's the small die of the month, or maybe it's the large die. It's one of the dies. One of the die kits of the month. Just saying. So what I'm going to do, I grabbed some black and some Desert Storm cardstock, and I'm going to do all my foiling first. Now, for these two, I'm using the red foil that's going to come with your kit. Yes, we got a Valentine's Day theme, so red it is. I did also go into my stash and I pulled out rose gold, magenta, and bright pink. So I will be using those as well. I love the look of this red foil on this black cardstock. Now, this black cardstock is kind of thick. It's like a 110-pound cardstock. So what I should have done, usually my layer for my Glimmer that I find that works very well is the Cloudy Shim, a piece of cardstock, which is Recollections 110 pounds, and then the clear plate. I should have removed the cardstock because when it came to the black foiling that I just did, I had a lot of halos, had a lot of clouds going on there. Doesn't bother me. I know how to get rid of them, and I will show you that in a moment. So here I'm getting my other hearts ready and fighting with the foil tube, just saying, because I couldn't find the end. So I just sat there. I literally sat there for like 2 minutes trying to unwind that. But, you know, that's what we do. See, I'm always doing this. I'm always trying to find, because there's static cling on these things. So I'm just cutting those pieces, and I'm going to foil these hearts. What I had in my brain as I was making this card was like a bunch of hearts floating on an angle on the background and the backdrop. We went a different way. But that's okay, because it still looks awesome, so you're going to see all that. I do like creating the hinge when it comes to the plates and holding them in place. I do tend to get carried away with my washi tape, but that's okay, because I really don't want these to shift. And you can see just by that one piece of washi tape, it still slides, so I like to put 2, maybe 3. So you can see now as I remove this red, look at that halo that I have around the sentiment. A white plastic eraser is perfect for this process. I don't like to use the sand eraser. The white, and it's a white plastic. Now, Swingline makes white erasers, and that's good as well. But the white erasers are key, not the pink. There's a difference in the pink compared to the white. I've always had luck with that, and that's what works with me. So you can see I have all of my images die cut. You can see that I have this going through. It was missing something, and of course you knew the vintage photo was going to come in. I'm just saying. Now, you could have used a white pigment ink around the edge. You could have used a pink going around the edge. Whatever you want. I do just like the vintage photo. It works with everything. So now that I'm placing these, I'm liking it just a little bit better. But not so much. Because it's just not hitting me. When it comes to them floating, I probably should have cut more. But came up with an idea to take the 4, because you can see I have 5 hearts. So everything for me is in an odd number. So by placing them this way, I think that looks really cool, and that one with the black just comes popping off the page. I'm going to use my Tombow Mono liquid glue, and I'm going to adhere these. By putting the vintage photo around, kind of framed them and helps them to come off of the page as well. Now I'm using the mat that I'm using, which is by Altenew, to line this piece up. Now it is cut to be 5 or 4 by 5 1/4 because I am going to use a black mat to put all of this on. I'm going to make sure, so I'm using this to make sure that I have a border that's going around all of these. So I have the top and the bottom, and I am using my eye as a guide, to be very honest with you, because again, I don't have time for rulers. So making sure that the top and the bottom are in the center, which would be at 2 inches. The 2 on the side, they are going to cross over, which is fine, but I wanted to make sure there was close to 1/4 inch on each side. I'm going to place this down onto my mat, making sure that I have an even amount, again, with my eye, and I will use my double-sided foam squares to prop this heart up. I used a black mat because I used that center heart was done on black cardstock, so that will help to make that one stand out even more when it comes to this. Now, that black heart has a sentiment, and it simply says love. So I also have the other strip sentiment back there that says XOXOXO. I could put that on the outside as well, but I didn't want to lose all of that foiling that I had going on there. So you can see I don't have a card base, and that's what I'm looking for now. So I'm going to real quick grab. I do keep cardstock cut 4 1/4 by 11, so that all I have to do is just score it at 5 1/2 right next to me. So now that my card base is ready, now I can put that right on the top there and just wiggle it to make sure that it's in the center. And I'm going to take that strip, the XOXOXO, and however number of XOs, and I'll put that on the inside, just down on the bottom right-hand corner. Still plenty of room to write my notes when it comes to that. So I grabbed one of, now I'm using my Faber-Castell Pitt pen. You can use any type of black marker, or you could go with red, and I'm just adding dots. So instead of using watercolor and doing splatters and getting it all over the place, because I love to do that with white to make a blizzard, I like a blizzard effect, not this light dainty effect. I love a blizzard. But I didn't want all of those specks all over. I just wanted them to come up from underneath. So I just added a few around. So it's another way to create those splatters if you want to have control over them. Use a pen. Absolutely. Use a pen. White gel pen, black gel pen, whichever ones you would like. So I do hope you enjoyed the project that we created featuring the Spellbinders Glimmer Club Kit of the month for January. Again, it is called Calligraphy Hearts, and it has both plates and die cuts available for you. And remember, your foil color will be red, and it is a beautiful shade of red. As always, I will have links down below to their gallery for beautiful inspiration, their blog for even more inspiration, and of course their shop, and the club kits that are available. They are seeming to make things coordinated between the kits, so I find that really great if you should subscribe to multiple kits. Continue to smile. Make sure you laugh. But remember what's most important for me. Just do it a little bit. Be creative each and every day. It'll help. Till next time, guys. Take care.